And we are underway with the Tar Heels.
Are we?
Taking possession.
Are we?
Well, it's been building all day, the buzz, watching the two teams get ready to go tonight. A lot of UConn fans have made the trip. Terrific Tar Heel blue turnout as well. About an hour or so away from their campus in Chapel Hill for this neutral site matchup. Last year, UConn was a winner up at Mohegan Sun.
UConn starting out in man-to-man defense, and they are making life hard for UNC early.
And a touch inside for Maria Gakdang to get the bucket.
Yeah, late in the shot clock, that was a really nice move by Gakdang.
Paige Bueckers, number 5 in blue, is the one to watch. And here's another one, number 21, Sarah Strong, the number 1 rated freshman in the country, coming in with this class, and she sets the screen for Bueckers' 3.
There's just so little time and space that Paige Bueckers needs to get her shot off. We talked in the open about her efficiency. Donarski is an outstanding defender.
Indya Nivar with the pull-up, and Carolina starts out 2 for 2. Almost got the pick there of Caitlin Chen, the new point guard who transferred in from Princeton. It's a rarity to step right into a starting job as a transfer. And Bueckers starts out 2 for 2.
Just a little hesitation. She came off the screen, the defense was there, hesitated for a second, but able to get it and finish.
Donarski, one of the top 3-point threats in the country, off the mark on her first, and a foul on the rebound.
Paige Bueckers, Geno said, the most unguardable player in the country. Here you cannot go behind any kind of screen because she can drain it, then hesitate, gets right through, finishes when the switch came from the big.
She talked to us today about getting stronger over the summer, also growing her mind, which was an exceptionally high basketball IQ to begin with. Here's Ice Brady, mid-range, no. Going to be essential today for Courtney Bangert's club to hang on the glass. Usually a pretty good rebounding team. Their defense has been stellar in their 3-0 start to the season with wins over Charleston Southern, UNC Wilmington, and North Carolina A&T. So a big step up in competition for them tonight. Here is Strong, going to the right hand in the lane.
Help came in when Strong drove to her left side, but she still spun over her left shoulder. She can go over either shoulder, finish with either hand, especially for a freshman big, does not get sped up, plays at the pace she wants to play.
It was a big night for her, returning to her home state. Grace Christian Academy. Sarah Strong was heavily recruited by the Tar Heels as well, but chose to head up to Storrs.
Drives left, the arms of the guard come in, but she knows I'm gonna spin back middle away from the help defender and finishes well.
Here's Ashlyn Shade, last year's Big East Freshman of the Year, and she gets her pocket picked. Nivar, the Stanford transfer, lays it up and in.
Just harassing on defense by Nivar, and North Carolina will pick up full court whenever they can, just to make life a little more difficult.
Nivar's back home as well, a former high school player of the year here in the state of North Carolina. Strong, tough catch in traffic, and she's got the finish.
Tough catch is right. She caught that ball, soft hands, the defender's right there, can go right back up with it. What a really nice pace we've got so far early in this game, Beth.
Rebound there for Strong, and here comes Bueckers. Short on her pull-up, they'll get a second chance.
Ooh, double dribble, yeah.
And the turnover gives it back.
This is a tough catch. This is a tough catch. Anytime you have a defender at your feet, which she does, but she just goes, gobbles up the ball, and then finishes.
They've got Strong at 6'2", Ice Brady at 6'3". Their front line still somewhat depleted. They have 4 players out that they hope to have back either in the next week or so, or certainly by the Christmas break, including AZ Fudd. And that's a turnover to go back to UConn. Geno Auriemma, whose career started back in 1985 at UConn. Said he thought he might hang around for 4 years, much less 40. But the success kept building and building. And just created a monster in stores over the years with those 11 national championships. Jumper is good from Nivar. And North Carolina not intimidated in the least here in the early going.
Asked Courtney Banghart this morning, which players do you have confidence in taking early threes? And her answer, all of them.
Yeah. They've got a lot of different weapons to choose from. There's Bueckers again.
What do you do with a player who can get to her spot whenever she wants to and then is efficient from every single area of the floor?
Last year averaged 22 points a game. That is the 3rd best single season average in UConn history, behind Carrie Bascom and Maya Moore. And depending on how healthy the Huskies can stay throughout the season, which is a big if, she may be putting up big numbers again. Here is Bueckers again with the hesitation and a bump by Donarski and a foul. Good start here in Greensboro, a 2-point UConn lead. We got numbers, a lot of them, on Geno Auriemma when we come back.
All right, fans, it's time to get out of your seats and make some noise for the t-shirt toss. If you want a free t-shirt.
Okay, so not the worst. The numbers can be overwhelming, but Geno Auriemma says of all those, his favorite is the 160 he coached.
It should be celebrated by those 150 players. They should all feel like they were, you know, an actor in one of the greatest plays in the history of theater. They should feel that way.
Indeed. And of course, Rebecca, you were one of those. The key cog in that first of the 11 national championships back in 1995.
That's the thing. One of the things that's remained consistent with Coach Auriemma over the course of 40 years is he's been there and done all of that plus some, but he wants it for his players, especially the ones who have not yet won a championship. And it's what motivates him and keeps him doing this so long.
Of course, some others that also played for him now sit alongside him. That coaching staff, all former Huskies that have returned to the fold. Jamel Elliott and Tanya Cardoza and Morgan Valley all over there. Of course, we'd be remiss not to mention Sarah Darris as well, who's been there almost as long as Chris Daly, as Geno's right-hand woman.
She makes sure he's sort of on time for things. Great defense that time for Connecticut, forcing the 5-second violation. Both teams have had really good energy on the defensive end of the floor. KK Arnold in now, running the point for UConn.
You asked Bueckers if the players really had talked much or thought much about the chance to tie the record. They said not a whole lot as Bueckers scores again. But you do sense they are feeding off the energy in the building and the energy of the possibilities tonight of making history or preventing it. As the Huskies open up the 5-point advantage. Renaya Kelly, a sophomore out of Hoover, Alabama, off the bounce here, will pull up from 15 and hit.
That was a really good job by Kelly, because KK Arnold got caught up just a little bit on the screen and was not able to recover.
Both sides better than 50% from the floor. Gakdang with a rebound. And the drive and the pass got away from Usby, their 5th turnover.
Just a flare screen. We've seen Paige Bueckers score in so many ways here. Just a flare screen, steps right into it, drains it beautifully, and then Kelly coming the other way, and drop coverage from Ice Brady. The mid-range will be there every time against drop coverage. If the guard gets caught, KK Arnold got caught. Kelly was able to hit it. This is what Carolina does almost every possession, is they are going to extend their full court pressure, not necessarily looking for steals, just trying to slow down the opponent's offense.
Bueckers in strong, a little 2-man game and a foul on the drive. If this is on Donarski, that's 2. Nope, it's on Nivar. That's her first.
Sarah Strong is also an outstanding passer. Read your promo.
Hey, it's our next ESPN2 men's college basketball matchup. Mississippi State and Utah this Sunday afternoon at 4 Eastern.
And Geno said, you know, she's probably the 2nd best passer in the country to this woman, Paige Bueckers. And so you're going to see a lot, I think, of 2-man game this season between Bueckers and Sarah Strong, because both of them are outstanding passers and both can finish as well.
And now that one is the 2nd personal foul on Lexi Donarski. And as Paige Bueckers steps to the line, we love to talk, Rebecca, about the 50-40-80 that she's put together for her career.
It's her, I mean, efficiency, I think, gets lost a lot in basketball. It's very, very important. And Paige, over the course of her career, has been a 55, 45 plus 85 player. And I asked her about it, and she said, oh, I'm failing myself at the free throw line. I want to be a 50, 40, 90.
But field goal percentage, 3 percentage, and free throws.
And it's cumulative. Throughout her career, she is that. And never has she had a season where she's been below that 50, 40, 85. It's ridiculous efficiency.
And Bueckers now 11 points herself to match Carolina's total. Here comes the double team. This is Blanca Thomas, one of their freshmen. A good rookie class this year and another stellar class coming in next year for the Tar Heels. There's Thomas, weak side on the glass, and a whistle and a foul on Jana El Alfi, the redshirt freshman from Egypt, her first.
A couple really nice things at that time offensively for North Carolina. They got penetrating kicks, so they got a good-looking shot from the perimeter, then a really good job by Thomas getting to the offensive glass, keeping the ball high, forcing the foul.
Thomas out of Charlotte. Got the start against North Carolina A&T. Courtney Banger's been tinkering a little bit with the lineup. They have a couple of players out of the lineup as well. But a lot of promise in these youngsters. This was a game that was supposed to be played a month from now, but with the expansion of the ACC, they have to start playing some conference games in December, so they bumped it up till tonight. Big opportunity for the freshmen to experience big-time college hoops. Usby, one of the more versatile talents in the country, can do a little bit of everything for Carolina. Grace Townsend, and the turnover. Strong, showing her handle on the run and finishes at the rim. She's got 6.
She gave herself one clap after she finished it. Like, she gave herself one clap. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to get back on defense now.
Usby. Who do they turn to score now with Donarski out with the foul trouble? Alfie gets the rebound.
The bigger question is, how do you slow down Paige Bueckers? Donarski is their best perimeter defender. Not the bigger question. It's an equally as important question. I don't want to minimize the questions you're asking.
As a doctor of letters, I just took a gut punch. Final minute of this first quarter, and there's Bueckers again. All right, you were right. You were right. It's the bigger question. And another turnover forced by the UConn D.
That's one of the things Courtney Benhart was worried about. She said, we have to take care of the basketball against this level of opponent.
Arnold with the drive right down the lane. Timeout, Tar Heels. .6-0 run. UConn opens it up.
With 6 points already in this one, getting it done on both ends of the floor, helps get the steal, goes the other way, and my favorite, how do you feel about it? One clap. Now hit back on D, and Paige Bueckers mid-range. I mean, that's over the long arm extended of the shot blocker and still able to just let it flow through. How about Courtney Benhart? 32 seconds left in the quarter. She's like, no, I got to take the timeout now and get the possession I want on the offensive end.
Gotta get a good shot. They have more turnovers than baskets so far. Get a little confidence going into the second. Usby, no, and that's going to be a foul on the Tar Heels. So a chance for the last shot here for Connecticut.
You'll live with that, though. Thomas was working hard initially to post up, didn't get the basketball, continued to try to use her size and leverage to get offensive rebounding position. She works really, really hard inside. Oh, actually, you don't live with it because during the bonus?
15 foul.
Nah, you still live with it.
Yeah.
She's working hard.
I believe that's going to be Alfie to the free throw line.
She's a 25% free throw shooter on the season. Ooh. Low volume.
Yes, well, and Carolina now will have a chance to get another shot up.
Yes, 20% on the free throw line this season.
There she goes.
I'm done with my math. 2 for 6 now.
She needs to get a bigger sample size. Nivar gets it up and in. Good off the bounce. She's got 9 here in the first. Bueckers. Good if it goes. Got it.
Wants to get to the efficiency of Paige Bueckers. 6 of 9 Carolina, 6 of 12.
What you got for us, Brooke?
Well, guys, we saw a turnaround when has been so hard on herself, the competitor in her. You can just feel it coming out of the way she's playing tonight. And after those couple turnovers, she's been looking over the bench, coaching staff to get that reassurance. And then during that timeout, taking the accountability and leading the conversation to try to get this team's mojo turned back around.
Yeah, she's 4 for 4 in that first quarter. 9 points to lead the way for the Tar Heels. But then the turnovers really took over. More giveaways than baskets. See if they can turn that around here in a second. Here's Bueckers, former National Player of the Year, 3-time All-American, tried to go up but under. And a shot clock violation as Bueckers' shot did not touch iron.
She successfully went up and under. She just did not successfully finish the bucket.
Hey, how about what she was talking about today, and you noticed commentary from her as if she was helping to coach her teammates today and shoot around. And she had a conversation with Geno who reminded her that championship teams are player-led, and she has taken on a lot of that leadership responsibility with these younger players.
There was a moment today in the UConn shoot-around where they were just going through their offenses. Nice pass, almost to Gakdang. And the second unit was out there, and they were not being efficient and good in their sets. And when they were done running the play, Paige said, "Go again." Not Coach Auriemma, not Chris Daly, not anyone else on the staff. Paige said to the second unit, "Go again," because it wasn't good enough for her. And I don't know that I've ever seen that at a UConn practice.
UConn foul is called on number 23.
Hey, our women's basketball is back on the ESPN lineup on Sunday afternoon. It's number 13 NC State and TCU, and we'll follow that up with the 24th annual WNBA Draft Lottery from Bristol. And Paige Bueckers likely to go number 1, but will it be to LA or Chicago or Dallas or Washington in the mix? That one shot rattles in and out. Townsend, the new point guard who transferred in from Richmond.
Last year was the Caitlin Clark sweepstakes in terms of the WNBA Draft Lottery. This year, Paige Bueckers sweepstakes. Are there sweepstakes anymore?
A lot of lotteries out there. I don't know about the sweepstakes.
Yeah.
Got a foul out top, and that's going to be on Lainey Grant, the true freshman out of Midlothian, Virginia. Her first with the arm bar there.
I thought she did a really nice job, actually, of fighting over that screen.
Chen, Bueckers with the cut. And how about Paige now 7 for 11 in the first half. She's already got 18. If she has a big season like a year ago, Rebecca, she has a chance to inch her way up into the top 5 all-time scorers at Connecticut. And that's fighting through a couple of seasons of injuries. We'll stay at this end.
Nice backdoor cut last possession by Paige Bueckers. Chen finds her and leads her beautifully. If that's even an inch more behind, that's not going to get through. And then Paige just finishes so well. Really nice job by North Carolina, though, this last possession, sprinting back and preventing an easy layup for Connecticut.
Bueckers back to Strong. The freshman off the bounce. Nice dish to Brady and a foul. Able to slice that through some traffic to get it to her. The first foul on Kelly. And that'll get Brady to the line. The 6'3" sophomore from San Diego. As Bueckers departs.
I think that's got to be one of the questions for Connecticut early in the season and throughout this season is how do they look? How do they play without Paige Bueckers on the floor? She is so integral to how they move, how they're guarded.
No Azzi Fudd, Aubrey Griffin, Ayanna Patterson, or Caroline Ducharme available tonight for Connecticut. They hope to have some of them, if not all of them, back before the end of the calendar year.
So, okay, if you're North Carolina, what inroads can we make to this 14-point deficit with Paige Bueckers on the bench?
Gakdang.
She was swarmed. She was swarmed. She's working hard, trying to post up and get good position, but the second she caught it, there's 3 bodies around her.
Held ball will stay this way.
That's the tough life of a post player,
Man.
Beth Mowins.
You lived it. Well, and Connecticut's got so many people that can crash down on you. Last touch by Gakdang and out.
UConn basketball.
Just one basket now in the last 6 minutes for Carolina. Ciera Toomey checks back in, the redshirt freshman out of Dunmore, Pennsylvania. Here comes Chen, a former Ivy League Player of the Year with NCAA tournament experience at Princeton. Brady, quick with the release.
And the assist to Sarah Strong. Strong just, once again, finding her open teammate, delivering.
She is filling that stat sheet. 6 points, 3 rebounds, couple of assists. Grant, the kick out, and an open look for 3. And there's another strong rebound. On the run, Brady from Chen for the land. Good rim run from Ice. She's got 5. Here's Usby, goes to the left hand, up and in.
She's just so crafty, Usby, when she gets the ball in the paint, around the rim. Good footwork, good finishing.
4-year starter here with the Tar Heels. Carolina will try and push. Chen with the takeaway, kept it in play. And that's a travel for Ashlyn Shade.
Entering the game for the Tar Heels, number 20, Donarski.
Lexi Donarski will come back out here playing with 2 fouls, and Paige Bueckers will also return for UConn. Let's see if they try and attack Donarski at the other end.
Well, if she's guarding Paige, she'll be attacking.
Yes.
You might see a switch on the matchup there just to keep her from picking up a third.
Here comes Bueckers with 18 already in this first half. Strong. And now out top to Shade. Short corner, off the back door. Well executed. The execution early season for Connecticut.
So tough to read because Sarah Strong could have easily come up for a handoff on that, so that's how you play it, and then she goes back door.
One and done on that trip for the Tar Heels. Just 1 of 11 from downtown for Carolina. Chen sneaks in the back door, and if that's on Donarski, it's number 3. It is her 3rd, with under 5 to go here in the first half.
Connecticut getting production from multiple players, including Ice Brady. Just catches it in the paint from Sarah Strong and then got to reward the big every time they run to the rim. Ice Brady for another 2. Connecticut up 18. This morning in practice, Geno Auriemma said to us, Paige Bueckers had a lousy week in practice shooting the ball. She was only in the high 60s. So yes, Carolyn Peck.
She is 7 for 11, 18 points. The latest in a long line of superstars to grace this court inside the Greensboro Coliseum, now First Horizon Coliseum. See if maybe they can get an ACC player on that Hall of Fame list coming up at halftime.
I'm eager to hear it.
Got a good one in the building. Sylvia Hatchell, the former head coach at North Carolina, along with one of her best ever, Ivory Latta, in the house. Trying to cheer on a Carolina comeback. It's been all Bueckers and UConn so far. The team shooting better than 50%. On a night where they're trying to get Geno Auriemma win number 1,216, which would tie Tara Vanderveer for the all-time NCAA record, men or women. Hey, this ACC Network Women's Volleyball match, it's so big, 1 versus 3. We're starting promotion tonight, and it's not even till Wednesday, November 27th. But get ready for Olivia Babcock and Pitt, Anna DeBeer in Louisville. Huge showdown to decide the ACC regular season championship, perhaps the #1 seed in the tournament.
Tough shot by Kelly there. North Carolina, these last 4 minutes, cut into this lead as much as possible, get stops on the defensive end.
Playing much of the half without Lexi Donarski, who's scoreless with 3 fouls. And there's Caitlin Chen. They want her to take more shots when she's got an open look.
North Carolina in a zone. Connecticut doing a nice job. Dribble, penetrate, draw the defense. Corner 3 was open. Chen delivered.
Three ball won't go from Tumi. Rebound advantage starting to build now for Connecticut. They're +7. Looking at a 2-3 zone here. And a turnover. Chen gave it right to Nivar. Indya to the left hand. Got it.
Indya Nivar has been really good in this game.
5 of 6 shooting. She's got 11.
She's been in attack mode.
Strong. Drops it off inside for El Alfi, and she travels with it.
Saw a possession ago. Connecticut, Paige Bueckers getting nice dribble penetration. She draws 3 and finds the open player in the corner. The last possession, they get the ball to Sarah Strong right at the free throw line. That's the soft spot of the defense, and she could have taken this shot, but super unselfish player. Geno Auriemma at times says she can look to pass too much.
It was another 30-win season and another trip to the Final Four last year for Connecticut. In fact, all 3 of Bueckers' healthy seasons, UConn has been to the Final Four.
14 straight, 15 of 16.
Crazy.
15 of the last 16.
Over half of his seasons, they've been to the Final Four. A quarter of those seasons ended with a national championship. As Tumi gets the 3.
I like Ciera Toomey, and that's one of the reasons why. As a big, she can extend the defense, step out, hit the 3.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Beth Mullins, Rebecca Lobo, Brooke Weisbrod with you. There's Strong off the bounce, no.
But again, that's where you want to get the ball offensively against the zone, and a soft spot right by the free throw line.
Crisp, bumped, and free throws coming for Triana, the junior out of Goodyear, Arizona, the transfer from Arizona State.
First, second team foul the second quarter. To the line to shoot 2 for the Tar Heels.
With the new expanded ACC, it is tough to get to the top. The Tar Heels look to be a contender. The preseason poll had them at 6th. as Stanford, Cal, and SMU all join the fray this year.
Stanford was picked 7th, right?
Yeah,
Stanford does not look like the 7th best team in any conference, the way they're shooting the 3-ball right now.
Of course, this will be the host, as it has been for a long, long time, for the ACC Women's Tournament. Last ACC title for the Heels, 2008. Been a lot of Notre Dame, a lot of Louisville, a lot of NC State of late. Usby has struggled to get anything going, just 1 for 5 in the first half.
One thing Connecticut has not done against this zone is set any screens up top. Paige Bueckers can still come off a screen against the zone and hit a shot.
There is Bueckers with an open look, short. Usby with the rebound, and she'll push. Kelly got it, another 3. And this time it's UConn that needs the timeout. Tar Heels getting back in it. An 8-0 run.
This run has come since North Carolina switched up to their zone defense, and they've gotten stops and been able to go the other way, stepping in confidently to the 3. But what a difference in feel and flow, Beth, since North Carolina went to that zone.
That has changed the course of this first half over the last 2+ minutes. Four straight trips to the NCAA tournament. Of course, Banger had tremendous success while at Princeton before that. Was telling us earlier today her graduate thesis when she was at Dartmouth was on sports leadership. And one of the handful of coaches that she talked to about that was Geno Auriemma.
An oral history,
yes,
of sports leadership. She said she's a grad student. He spent 2 hours with her in his office talking to her about that.
What she came away with was be yourself and be authentic in everything that you do on a daily basis as a coach. Chen. And Brady has it. Bueckers. KK Arnold into the lane. Blocked by Usby. She's been able to show us a little bit of everything in her skill set that may find her a spot on somebody's roster next summer.
Connecticut is so good when they can cut, and they have stopped cutting and moving as well against this zone, and just good defense, good block without fouling by Usby.
They've held Bueckers to just 2 points in this second quarter and now can hold it for 1. Off the dribble, Tumi, no.
Why wouldn't you hold for 1 there?
Giving Connecticut a chance. Strong to beat the buzzer, no. Carolina ends it on an 8-0 run, a missed opportunity to make it even more, and Paige Bueckers heads to the locker room with 18 points. And the Huskies going their 2 star players just 1 for 6 with 2 points, and Donarski in foul trouble throughout that first half. As Bueckers gets it up off the window, and it is a 20-point night once again for Paige.
Showing once again the versatility of her game, little post up. Remember, she played the 4 a year ago for Connecticut. Very comfortable with her back to the basket inside.
A win tonight for Connecticut ties Geno Auriemma for the all-time wins record with Tara Vanderveer, and then a chance to win it perhaps next Wednesday back home at Gampel Pavilion and take over that top spot. Held for a long time by his rival in the coaching profession, Pat Summitt, and then Tara Vanderveer able to grab that top spot as Chen banks in the 3. And now Geno on the precipice. We asked Geno today, what what would Pat say if she were here to witness this? And Geno laughed and said she'd still be way out in front by a couple hundred wins if she was still here. So this would be a moot point. But their terrific rivalry over the years, one of the real bright spots in the history of our sport. The back and forth in the 90s and 2000s. Off the hesitation, working on the freshman Strong, who made her back away and take a tougher shot. Brady trying to get position inside, and Gakdang whistled for the foul. That's her first.
First team foul of the third quarter. Husky basketball out of bounds underneath.
Huskies will inbound underneath, off to the 2-0 start to the season, seeking a 12th national championship. It's been 8 years since their last title. Shade, no good.
North Carolina started this half off playing man-to-man defense, had so much success with the zone in that second quarter, wondering how long before they go back to that.
Turnovers have been a big issue, 11 of them now. And for Bueckers, well, the company she continues to keep in UConn lore, how about that group now with her 48th 20-point game?
I mean, WNBA MVP caliber players above her. Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart, and Visa Collier second in voting this year.
Well, we saw this summer the impact that this rookie class made, led by Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and certainly Paige Bueckers, and this group that is set to arrive next summer could have a similar impact. Pull up, Kelly gets the bounce.
Nice little quick first step, gets Kelly into the paint.
Bueckers lofts it over the top. That was a tough catch for Brady.
It was a perfectly placed pass, though, just between two defenders. That was tough. Oh, Gakdang was wide open inside. Donarski did not see her.
Tumi. That's her second triple of the night for Ciera, the redshirt freshman.
But the big girl did a step back three. That just wasn't a, trill, step into it three.
They have 5 freshmen and redshirt freshmen that can make a huge impact as Ice Brady counters the pride of Cathedral Catholic out in San Diego.
Geno Auriemma has talked about the difference in UConn. If Ice Brady can not even hit threes, but if she can extend the defense by consistently hitting 15 to 17 footers. Penetrate, kick, strong. We've seen her just make the right decision in passes, and that looked good the second it left Brady's hands.
Well, he's seen it all in his 40 years at Connecticut, dating back to 1985. His average record per season is 31-4. With those 11 national championships front and center. Strong inside, gets the lay-in.
And that was a great possession against the zone that Carolina switched into. They got the ball to the high post, and you saw the cutter Strong go along the baseline, and Brady found her.
Geno, by the way, signed a 5-year extension, so he may be around for the entirety of Sarah Strong's career. Oh, nice scoop shot in the lane, and a trip coming up. If you're wondering how long it might take, how successful you got to be to catch Geno, if you win 20 a year, it would take you 61 years. Even 30 wins a season, it would take you over 4 decades.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. Unless, like, the college season at some point gets extended 5 or 10 more games.
We asked him to take us back to that very first win. It was in November of 1985 against Iona. And in typical coach fashion, the first thing he remembered was he got 2 technical fouls that game. Going to call an offensive foul on Connecticut. Back in those days, that didn't get you booted out of the game. He was able to stay on the floor, and then he quickly said, ask Chris Daly. She'll be able to tell you who the official was. And sure enough, Chris Daly knew who the official was. Gary Schimmel, if you're out there watching, here's your 15 minutes. Here comes Bueckers. Corner, Trey, Chen, got it. Assist, Paige on the dribble and dish.
Caitlin Chen came into this game 0 for 2 from 3 on the season and has already hit a couple here.
Dang, here's Donarski. Pull up and a foul. And Lexi a chance to shoot some free throws for her first points.
Caitlin Chen has been friends with that left corner here in this game when it comes to threes, especially on passes from Paige Bueckers. How does the bench feel about it? Pretty good.
Personal treatment, custom smiles.
Heartfelt congratulations to the brand new Hall of Famer. So much history here in Greensboro. Some of the all-time greats have graced this court. And this group will be headed into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame next year. Elena Beard, who won multiple ACC championships here in Greensboro. Sue Bird, of course, the former Husky. Sweet Sill, Cappy Pondexter. And then the coaches and contributors. There is one of them. Double D from the top of the key for 3 from her days back at Georgia Tech. And also her fantastic contributions as one of the contributors.
Double D, huh?
Danielle Donahue. You know how much I love alliteration. Dr. Beth Mowens alongside Rebecca Lobo and Brooke Weisbrod.
MD or PhD?
Yeah. I lettered in letters with a minor in BS, so. Here's Paige Bueckers working on 20 points today on 8 for 13 shooting. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. Bueckers with the face up. Working against that zone that really gave him problems in the second quarter. Strong for 3. And a whistle and a foul. Hey, this Wednesday on ESPN2, how about a look at top-ranked South Carolina as they take on Clemson at Little John Arena. Coverage begins at 5 Eastern. Gamecocks, undefeated national champions a year ago. They start out with a few wins to open up this new campaign in a new guard-oriented South Carolina team. The first time in a decade, Rebecca, that they do not have an All-American post player until perhaps one emerges throughout the season.
Well, Chloe Kitts certainly has been outstanding so far this year. South Carolina's really, really good again.
They will see UConn later in the season.
It's interesting. It looks like Carolina's like in a man until there's a 1 or 2 passes, and then they go into the zone.
Bueckers tries to shoot over the top of it. Ping-ponging around, and the Tar Heels have it. The kick out, Tumi. Hard off the backboard, and a held ball, and possession will stay with Carolina. It was close early, double-digit lead for Connecticut since then. Can the Heels chip away and get this thing down to single digits? Grant on the drive, Tumi, count it, and a foul.
I really like Tumi. She has good activity. You've seen her hit a 3, and then just there, kind of slithering through, getting the and-one opportunity.
Al Alfie with her 3rd personal as Tumi heads to the line. Oh, what a play by Nivar to keep it alive. And it will stay at this end again.
Nivar got in there to get the O board, but was falling down and able to find a teammate and deliver the pass before she did so.
Usby with the catch. Strong got a piece of it. And Ciera with a block. She's already got a double-double tonight, her 3rd of the season. And then we've got a foul called on Carolina. Second on Usby. Getting back to a potential UConn versus South Carolina game later this season. If it's #1 versus #2, Geno has almost played an entire season of #1 versus #2 matchups. 27 of them in his career, with a 23-4 record. One of the other amazing stats of his tenure. As Bueckers will slow walk it across midcourt, and Geno calls the play. Paige with the pull-up, got it.
I love that decision by her. Slows it down, walks it up, and then just calls her own number. Team needed a bucket. Paige went and got the bucket.
She's got 22. Usby. Oh, UConn keeps forcing tough shots. Carolina just 3 of 12 here in this 3rd quarter, under 2 to go. And Bueckers with the assist to shade. Timeout, Tar Heels.
You want your best player to make the right decisions, and you need a score. Paige Bueckers and goes and gets UConn a score. Then penetrate, kick, wide open three for Shade.
The very last minute, y'all. Every time I push it to the limit from the start. The very last minute, y'all. Every time I push it to the limit from the start to the finish, I'ma set it off.
Mean Green and Roadrunners coming up. Got some American Athletic Conference football after this here on ESPN2. Terrific crowd on hand here in Greensboro at First Horizon Coliseum. And they might just see some history. There's the man of the moment, Geno Auriemma. One win away from tying Tara Vanderveer. What a week, by the way. Out at Stanford last weekend, they dedicated Tara Vanderveer Court. And now Geno with a chance to get to 1,216. If they win this one, he could break that record on Wednesday night back in stores.
It's a good 7 days for you because you were out there for that court dedication.
Just, you know, the thing with Pat and then Tara and then Geno over the years, just class, you know, the way they conduct themselves, the way their teams played night in and night out. Bueckers with three more.
How about how she orchestrated that? She saw Ciera Strong coming up to set the screen. That's not the defender she wanted to switch, or not the player she wanted to set the screen. Sent her through, brought a different teammate up.
25 now on 10 of 16 shooting. Got 4 triples. Of course, it's great to see some parity, too, around the game of late. As Dawn Staley in South Carolina, Kim Mulkey at Baylor, and now LSU emerging to win national championships as well. Should be a great run to the Final Four this year in Tampa. Shade misses from the corner. Here's Lainey Grant. The kick out, Donarski. Got it. And Lexi finally breaks through for her first basket. basket of the night.
And credit Grant, because she did the dribble, penetrate, and kick to get Lexi Donarski the wide open look from the right corner.
Wide open. Morgan Shelley, the freshman from San Jose, short. Carolina can hold for one. Treyana Crisp checks in. Final 10 seconds of this third quarter. Looking for Donarski. She's got it. Bueckers defending. Off the screen. Strong able to help out and bother. And Donarski did not get an open look.
Paige now on their 23 made field goals.
Bueckers with 25. Ciera Strong, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks. The freshman showing her stuff here in Greensboro tonight. Start of this fourth quarter. UConn trying to get Geno Auriemma win number 1,216, which would tie Tara Vanderveer as the winningest coach, men's or women's, in college basketball history.
Isabel got an open look on that one because of another nice penetrating kick. Wasn't able to drain it, but a really good look for her.
Tumi, another good-looking youngster on the other side for Carolina. She's into double figures.
I really like Tumi. I know I've said that multiple times. At her size, the redshirt freshman has just been able to do some really nice things for the Tar Heels.
Beth Mowens, Rebecca Lobo, Brooke Weisbrod with you. And the Tar Heels trying to amp up the home folks.
It's going to start here on the defensive end for North Carolina. They need to get a few more stops defensively. Try to cut into this, get it into single digits.
Try to spoil the party tonight. It's been double figures since the first quarter.
Crisp coming down, just defense not close enough, and she steps right into it confidently.
10 unanswered here for the Tar Heels. Bueckers to end the drought, short. Scrap for the loose ball, and it goes to the Tar Heels. And how about this night for Ciera Strong? 10, 11, and 5. Just the second freshman in UConn history. Her parents looking on. Allison Feaster and Danny Strong, both ballers in college.
They look like they could still ball.
Hey, if you're on a graphic with Maya Moore, you're doing something right early in her career.
And if you're the offspring of Allison Feaster, you're doing something right as well.
Kids, Google Harvard versus Stanford, and that'll tell you the story. And has gone on to great success as an administrator now in the NBA. Strong, got it. Now with a dozen.
Simple but good pass by Chen to get it into Strong, who again, just her pace and not ever being sped up offensively.
Call for three.
Here we go.
And it's down to 10. No Bueckers on the floor right now for Connecticut, so where do they look?
Ball on this end, just nice little jab step left, gets a Strong backing up for a second, gives her the space to hit it.
Freshman out of Zionsville, Indiana, where she was Miss Basketball as a prepster. Brady secures the first. "40 years together on that bench." Geno Auriemma, Chris Daly. A chance to chip away even more. Chris for three. offensive rebound and a second chance. Oh, couldn't convert. Here comes Arnold. Strong, and an open look. Air ball from Zabel. And UConn's out of bounds. Tar Heel ball. Hey, we got more women's basketball coming your way Sunday afternoon. NC State at the Final Four last year, taking on Haley Van Lith, Sedona Prince, and TCU. And then we'll follow that up with the WNBA Draft Lottery at 5 Eastern. That's Sunday afternoon on ESPN. And whoever wins that lottery likely to take Paige Bueckers #1 overall. Off the bounce goes Indya Nivar, and it's down to 9. Brady fouled.
We've seen Nivar do some really nice things today, and she's been aggressive the entire time. Getting to the rim, been efficient, 6 of 9 for the day.
15 points, 7 rebounds.
No surprise, look who's returned to the lineup for Connecticut.
She's already played, 30 of the 34 minutes. You're looking to get her a touch coming off the screen. Shot against the double team. Brady keeps it alive.
Brady's done a nice job battling inside this game for Connecticut.
Chen splits the defense. Gakdang with the pick. An impressive comeback here in this fourth quarter for North Carolina.
Good activity, good energy on the defensive end of the floor for Carolina, and then making good decisions the other way as well, whether it's dribble, penetrate, and kick, or driving to the basket.
Courtney Banghart wanted 2 things tonight. She wanted competitive nature and she wanted enthusiasm. She's getting both from her club.
UConn foul is called on number 25 as Brady is her 4th. Second team foul in the fourth quarter. To the line to shoot 2 for the Tar Heels, number 0.
North Carolina really doing what they need with their depth as well. Players coming in off the bench when you've had really quiet nights from Usby with only 2 points on 1 for 9. And Donarski, 5 points.
That is the 4th foul on Ice Brady. She stays out there for the time being. Looks like El Alfie will come on to replace her.
Both of these teams 6 for 10 from the free throw line. That's not what we call excellent.
No. Oh, she missed them both. Had a chance to make it a 3-possession game. Carolina has scored 15 of the last 18 points. Under 6 to go. Gakdang gets another hand in the passing lane. And then Carolina gives it right back. They have lost 4 or 5 points on these last 2 possessions. Geno checks out the defense, calls out a play. Working against that zone again. Ten on the shot clock. Shade, tough shot. Hull got right up in her face. And now a 3rd chance for the Tar Heels to really put some pressure on UConn. Nivar. Gakdang, and it's stripped away by Shade. Good dig down by the guard.
The timing on the dig is the most important part, and Shade waited for Gakdang to dribble the ball, and when she did, she got right up in her space.
Just one basket so far for Connecticut in this quarter. Crisp, weak side. How about this for the Heels, by the way? They are running without Usby or Donarski right now.
For a significant amount of time here.
Their bench is giving them good minutes. Hull off the ball fake. Missed opportunities for Carolina.
Don't be surprised if Paige Bueckers calls her own number here.
And Geno wants a timeout. 4:04 to play. A 21-point lead is dissipated as Geno inches ever closer to the record. But now there's some nail biting going on. Well, at age 70, emigrated with his family from southern Italy to suburban Philadelphia, raised in a basketball hotbed, schooled in a coach's cradle, and then found a home in New England just down the road from James Naismith's Peach Baskets. And 40 years later, he is on the cusp of tying Tara Vanderveer as the winningest coaches in the history of college basketball. North Carolina's making it tough on him. Strong, a couple of chances, no. Alfie, yes, for the third time.
Carolina that time was in a man-to-man defense, and Connecticut got the original stop, but Connecticut able to get to the offensive glass.
Looked like there could have been a whistle on that drive. Play on for Connecticut. Just 2 baskets in this fourth quarter. Carolina has held Paige Bueckers without a field goal. And she'll get one right here. She's got 27 on the night. Timeout, Tar Heels.
North Carolina went over how to defend that set this morning in their shoot-around. You got to know the curl is coming. Beautifully executed by Connecticut, but Courtney Banghart has to be frustrated that her team did not recognize it and defend it well. Elbow entry eventually here. Ball goes into Sarah Strong, and then Paige just running off the other high elbow screen, and Strong delivers for the assist.
3 minutes and 15 seconds away. You know, he told us this week he thought he'd last 4 years, not 40. His first season, 1986, a losing record. It would be his only one. In 4 years, they were Big East champs. 6 years, they were at the Final Four. And after a decade in stores, that Cinderella season and a national championship in 1995, the first of 11. And the kid from Montella had created a monster with resilience and longevity and adapting to the changing styles and changing personnel over the years. He talked this week of connecting with people. Anytime they got stuck, they would have a fortuitous interaction with somebody, some player, some coach that would help get them back on track. Nivar swatted by Strong. Perhaps under the watchful eye of St. Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of Italy, whose friary happens to be in the same hometown as Geno's. The 160 players that have been a part of college basketball's greatest dynasty. Nivar on the drive, no. Bueckers. Might she be the latest All-American and National Player of the Year? She's certainly on the short list. Strong. It'll stay at this end.
Sarah Strong has been really impactful here in this game. 12 points, 13 boards. She has not been efficient with her shot. 6 of 18 and 0 for 7 from 3. And until that last one, her first 6 misses from 3 were right on. Watch out when she starts draining those.
Bueckers gets it back from Strong. The head fake, steps inside the line and drains it. And now the Husky fans are starting to feel it. A minute and a half to go. And a foul called on Chen on the drive.
We've shown throughout the course of this game how many different ways Paige Bueckers can get to her spots. And since she was a freshman, Geno Auriemma has said she can just get to her spots with ease, anywhere on the floor. Little head fake, one little dribble, pull up. It helps when all of the spots are your spot.
Oh, Strong thought she had all ball. Gets whistled for the foul. Geno thought she had all ball, too. Dad thought it was all ball. This is double the pleasure for him. If his daughter gets a win, it's also against North Carolina. Of course, Danny played at NC State, so.
I think they're already calling up the play on Allison's phone. She works in the front office of the Boston Celtics. She has all the tools. She's looking back. You can't challenge in the college game, though. North Carolina extending their pressure, little zone, trying to do whatever they can. They're going to need some turnovers. Connecticut wisely just taking time off the clock.
1 minute to go to tie the record for Geno Auriemma. Bueckers for 3. the 11 championships, the longest winning streak in women's hoops history, the 23 Final Fours, including 14 in a row at one point. 59 conference championships, 24 different National Coach of the Year honors, and a couple of Olympic gold medals. His wife Kathy with him every step of the way. College sweethearts in the Philadelphia area, and then a stop at the University of Virginia as an assistant. On to UConn after that. And now they're just going to work that clock. Carolina had a couple of chances late, but UConn able to fend them off. Strong to beat the shot clock buzzer, and she does. And now the shot clock off, and the Husky fans on their feet here in Greensboro to celebrate with their head coach.